This is Uncut with Jason Alley at Pasture Restaurant in lovely Richmond, Virginia. So Comfort, our first restaurant, is really traditional Southern food. It's set up like a meat in three. And for people who aren't familiar with that, a lot of times it's chalkboard menu. You have your really traditional dishes, and they come with a choice of your protein, and then you pick either 2 or 3 sides. Pasture, we tried to set up in a way that would feel similar, so you could create that sort of meat in three vibe by ordering a protein-centric small plate, and then a rice dish, and a couple of veg dishes, and a side and a salad, and really put those things together to create your own experience. So we thought it'd be fun to do a very protein-specific sort of center of the plate dish, which is our hand-cured pork ribs. We get in St. Louis cut spare ribs, we peel the membrane off of the rack, and cut into individual bones. Those bones then go into a ham cure, which we do with water, kosher salt, pink salt, brown sugar, coriander seed, black peppercorn. We bring that to a boil, and then we add ice to cool it down so that we can get things in quickly. The ribs go into that for 24 hours. After that, they come out and they dry on a rack, so they get really, really nice and dry for about 12 hours. Smoke them over hickory chips, and then they're roasted until they're just beginning to pull away from the bone, and then we completely chill them. At service, we drop the ribs into our deep fryer, which crisps up the outside, retains all the moisture on the inside, and gets a really nice mahogany color, and we toss them in Alabama white sauce. The Alabama white sauce is a mayonnaise-based barbecue sauce that's originally from northern Alabama. We hit the ribs with just a little bit of chive, just so it gives a little green to pop against the really dark mahogany ribs. And by the time they hit the table, they start to really lacquer up. So the fats get a little funky, and it gets this great tacky sort of glaze on the ribs. So thinking about sides to go with that, we do a fried Carolina Gold rice with house-cured ham and red beans. Then we top the dish with a Creole tomato jam, a little bit of pickled okra, and a little bit of scallions on top. So the idea is taking this fried rice concept and then building a dish that in its parts, when you eat it together, eats a lot like red beans and rice. And then we're doing a Brussels sprout dish that is super popular. We take Brussels sprouts, core, blanch, and shock. We take butternut squash. Those go into a really hot pan with some oil, a little bit of butter, and we saute those together until they're super hot and start to caramelize just a little bit. Then we throw in a little bit of cod pieces for crunch and some julienne preserved lemon rind. Give it a little bit of tannic sort of background. It's pretty delicious. If I was going to pair something with this dish, I would definitely do a delicious crisp beer. A German-style Kolsch, something kind of malty, would be really good. Or a really good dry cider would be awesome too. So with this idea of the modern meat in three, there's no real restrictions, there's no real rules. The benefit as a chef is we can think about the individual protein dishes or the individual vegetable dishes as a standalone thing. We can make our suggestions about what we think are gonna pair well, but if you wanna eat pork rinds, tomato cheese, and ham ribs, by all means, that's what you should have. So we try and create things that, instead of maybe challenging you and being esoteric and all those things, we want to make dishes that make you feel really, really good when you have them. And that's one of the things I think that's really appealing. You should feel like you have to come back.